Our final award is the Outstanding Contribution to the Subsea Industry Award, sponsored by ourselves, Subsea UK, and it recognises the impact made by an individual to the subsea sector over the course of their career. And I'd like to ask Bill Edgar, Chairman of Subsea UK, to come up and say a few words before we run some video on this. Bill, thank you.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As in previous years, the selection committee had great difficulty in deciding which nominee to choose, since they have all had a track record of high achievement, very high achievement, in different spheres of our industry. However, the eventual choice was made. This year's recipient entered the subsea industry in 1975 after serving an apprenticeship as a mechanical fitter.
Outstanding Contribution to the Subsea Industry Award, sponsored by Subsea UK.
I'm Chris Sherman. I'm the Chief Inspector of Diving at the UK Health and Safety Executive, the HSE. I've known the person who's been nominated for this award for some 18 years now. During that time we've worked together on a number of issues in his particular specialisation. And had a few social interactions as well. He really is an expert in his field, and he's one of the few people that HSE actually goes to for information and advice rather than just the other way round. So I'm delighted that he's been nominated for the award, and I'd like to offer my congratulations. Well done.
This individual has been a commercial diver since 1975 and has been heavily involved in diver training since 1979. He led the development of closed bell diver training in France and in Australia, and for the last decade has led commercial diver training with us here. Always focused on health and safety and in making divers more competent. It's been a tremendous honour to work for the last few years with this person, and great to work with someone who is so passionate about improving diving training.
When we took over the Underwater Centre just over 11 years ago, there was one name kept coming to mind, and of who we should get here to bring the respect back to the centre and to get a strategy for the future. We had started to build a relationship with HSE, with Frank Murray in Aberdeen and Mike Harwood in London, but one name kept coming up, and that was the recipient here tonight. He came and committed to the school, and for the last 11 years has been an amazing asset, not just to the school here but to the subsea industry worldwide, setting benchmarks and re-establishing benchmarks in diving particularly, and in that particularly the closed bell mixed gas diving. But he's also set a standard within the school, and that's in all aspects, developing new courses, working with industry particularly, and I'm just excited that the industry has now recognised this man here tonight.
Well, for those of you who haven't already guessed, I'll fill in a little bit of a track record. He's always worked in the area of underwater manned intervention, initially as a commercial diver and subsequently as a leader in setting the standards for commercial diver training, and in particular for the conduct of safe underwater working procedures. Not only in the UK but internationally, having made a major contribution to the creation of the infrastructure necessary for closed bell commercial diver training in Australia. His influence has had a very significant impact on the design of training facilities, including vessels and the full range of documentation essential to intensive commercial diver training and underwater safety. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's winner of the Outstanding Contribution to the Subsea Industry is Alf Leadbitter of the Underwater Training Centre in Fort William. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, and thank you, Subsea UK, for giving me this award. I'm very, very proud of this award. I'm very, very proud to work for the Underwater Centre, both in Fort William and Tasmania. It's always been, my life is in commercial diving, and I think this is an absolutely stunning award at the end of the time. Thank you very much, and I'd like to thank Steve for steering the centre, literally keeping our head below water, being a diving company, and for Finlay as well for taking over the centre at troubled times some 11 years ago, and I think we've done really well with the whole thing. Thank you very much.